Hiya and welcome or welcome back. I'm Jacinta and this is vlog number 5. And for some reason I've noticed that I've been saying hiya instead of hi. I don't know where that came from or whether that's an Aussie thing. Don't know whether I've always done it, but it's something I definitely notice when I watch my videos back. Anyway, off on a tangent already and I haven't even been on for 5 seconds. What a weekend it's been. Since Thursday, all of my family over east have been waiting for Cyclone Alfred to arrive, and he's been a very, very slow arrival. My poor mum, she's in her 70s and she hasn't lived in Queensland for very many years. This is the first time she's ever had the threat of a cyclone, and she didn't cope too well, I don't think. The good thing is that it took its sweet time getting there, and I think she'd sort of just got over the panic by the time it got there. And although they got a few high winds, my sister's just moved into a fairly new property and they coped pretty well. It's the rain afterwards and the loss of power that's the inconvenience at the moment for them, but I'm sure it's much more than an inconvenience for a lot of people over in Queensland and New South Wales who are copping the brunt of it still, you know, with all the rains. I didn't mention either that Cyclone Alfred, by the time it did hit the coast, was downgraded to ex-Cyclone Alfred. And it means that there was still lots of wind and lots of rain, but it wasn't catastrophic like it could have been. We also had some things happening here over in the West. We had an election this weekend, and although I'm not ever going to talk about politics, I don't think, on here, because A, I don't articulate myself very well when it comes to politics, and B, it's way too polarising. But let's just say I'm very glad that in Australia it is compulsory to vote, and it was very good to see everybody there. I've been walking past an early election booth all week and thinking to myself, oh, maybe I should pop in and get in early and vote, but I did want to go down and see what the turnout was like. I turned up at about 10 to 8, polling booths opened at 8, and it was pretty packed. Luckily I got in line, I only had to wait about 10 minutes in line, and my voting was over for the day. So I then hopped on a bus and went into the city after getting drenched, mind you. Who'd think that last week we had 40 degrees almost, well, it was 38, and then yesterday it was cold and rainy. Anyway, that was my weekend really in a nutshell. I did some housework, I did some... Oh, why's that stop? Well, that face was because apparently I've run out of storage space. So quickly finishing up here, I did some housework, very boring. I did take some stop-go motion or hyper motion, and just of me ironing and doing the dishes, and I'll put that at the end here just to bore you. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully I'll get my memory sorted out and get back with a much better video through the week.